In order to provide an end-to-end understanding of the RMS implementation, the purpose of this media you are viewing is to provide an overview of the RMS consultancy implementation and methodology approach. All RMS implementations are project managed from inception to completion, and each stage is documented by the RMS representative and will be coordinated through the designated customer contact. Also, all implementations have a dedicated RMS technical consultant to provide advice and guidance to ensure a smooth and successful implementation. The project kick-off and review meeting is the initial stage to define the scope of the project, agree deliverables, milestones and timescales. It is at this meeting you will be introduced to the RMS project manager and your assigned RMS consultant. For smaller implementations, the project kick-off is often undertaken at the same time as the pre-implementation meeting. For the duration of the project, the assigned RMS project manager will be the day-to-day customer contact. Depending on the size and length of the project, review meetings will take place at crucial milestones. At the end of the project, a post-project review meeting is held to discuss next stages, outstanding issues, and general review of the project itself. The pre-implementation meeting precedes any implementation. The MEAD, which you're currently viewing, is delivered in advance of the pre-implementation meeting to provide awareness in preparation. The purpose of the pre-implementation meeting is to review in detail the customer requirements and how they map into RMS. This is a consultant-led meeting. The requirements will be documented in the RMS System Design Workbook. The workbook will be provided in advance for preparation and information only. The workbook is then left with the customer to complete as agreed during the pre-implementation meeting. This is an example of this workbook. Once the System Design Workbook has been completed by the customer, the consultant will return to site to complete the system build and configuration. The configuration commences using the System Design Workbook as a blueprint of requirements. This will include CMDB design and process mapping of the selected ITIL disciplines into RMS. The workbook is a prerequisite for the system build. Administrator training is carried out usually on a customer site against the configured RMS system. Training will cover the setup, configuration and maintenance of the RMS system implemented and will cover all administration tasks, privilege settings and security settings. User training is also carried out on the configured system. RMS recommend that a heavy emphasis is placed on a by-function approach, i.e. that users are trained on how to do their jobs within the system rather than receiving more generic training on how the system works. For each stage of the consultancy process, the customer is provided with an RMS consultancy work plan. This work plan outlines what the consultant will be doing whilst on site, any requirements and prerequisites. This will be sent to the customer by the RMS Professional Services team prior to any on-site work. The consultant will then request the sign-off of this plan at the end of each consultancy session.